When people talk about X Mini, the first thing which actually naturally comes to our mind are actually their very famous compact Bluetooth speakers. How about wireless earbuds? Well, that is actually not something which they are actually well associated with, but lucky me, I came across an offer on this pair of wireless earbuds on Q10 Singapore. So my fingers quickly hit the buy button to get one set so that I can actually test it out. Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My channel mainly focuses on reviewing and testing out affordable and budget wireless earbuds so that I can help you to decide before you hit the buy button. Now, the X Mini Liberty MK-II Wireless Earbud, they actually retail for around 67 US dollar, that's around 90 Singapore dollars on the Q10 website. Occasionally, of course, Q10 will actually have crazy sale from time to time. I will actually include the link in the description below. If you're interested, feel free to check it out. So I've actually been testing this for the past 2 weeks, and before you go out and hit the buy button, here are the top 3 things you will actually need to consider. And towards the end of the video, I will be including a host of audio clips to demonstrate the microphone quality of this earbud. So firstly, let's look at some of the basic features. The product name is called X Mini SoundPod Liberty MK-II. It comes in one color, black. Dimensions, the circumference is 34mm, the length is 85mm. The charging case weighs around 64 grams, the earbuds they weigh around 8 grams. There are tactile physical buttons on the earbuds. The earbuds support up to 4.5 hours and the charging case supports an additional 14 hours. It uses micro USB charging port, Bluetooth 5.0, 6mm dynamic drivers which are graphite coated. It is also IPX4 waterproof rating. Now let's talk about the case. The case itself is actually cylinder shape, and now the main body is actually made of metal, which is actually a rarity considering how many brands are actually charging like 2 to 3 times more, but the material is plastic. Now the cylinder shape and the non-slip metal brush surface makes it very ergonomic to hold it in your hands, and it feels very well constructed. Though the case is rather big when compared to other brands from like Jabra, Apple and Xiaomi. The middle of the case has an oval shaped cutout which is covered with a piece of clear plastic to expose the earbud. Besides the X Mini company logo, there are no other printings, which is nice. Now, to access the earbuds, all you need to do is to pull the silicone tab and the lid will slide out nicely. But you're not able to operate this with one hand. This slide out design will ensure your earbuds will not fly out if you drop the case accidentally. And it is far more sturdy compared to the conventional clamshell top opening. But the magnet to keep the lid closed is not very strong. If you swing the case hard enough, the slide out lid will still come out and the earbuds will come flying out. Besides that, the lid does not wobble a single bit when it's completely closed. Once open, the earbuds lay flat in the case. The shape of the earbuds are pretty common, but they are slightly taller, so when you wear them, they will stick out just a tad bit, unlike the Sony and the Bose. The color scheme follows the case, matte black throughout, with a ring of bronze accent around the middle of the earbuds. The X marks the physical tactile button, and behind the X is a series of LED lights for different indications such as charging, pairing, etc. At the tip is the microphone for phone calls, Siri and Google Assistant. You flip it around, you will see the ear tip and the left and right embossed below the charging pins. Now let's put aside all the general things and talk about the first major thing, and that is the battery life. The Liberty MK-II, it actually utilizes a micro USB port, which is a small bummer that is actually not USB-C, but considering that this was actually released way back in 2018, I personally feel that it's okay. Now, once you plug in the cable, 4 blue LED lights on the lid will light up to indicate it's charging. 4 lights 100%, 3 lights 75, 2 50, 1 light for 25 or less. Now, both earbuds, the X will light up as white color as well to indicate charging. Now, besides that, X Mini actually advertised that the earbuds can last up to 4.5 hours on a single charge. The case is actually able to provide an additional 14 hours giving the user a total of 18 hours. On my own testing, the earbuds lasted around 3 hours on music playback at 100% volume and 3.5 hours at 50% volume. Talk time was around 3 hours on like phone calls, WhatsApp calls, Zoom, Skype, etc. For mixed usage, it lasted around 2.5 hours, and that is actually 1.5 hours on music playback at 100% volume and 1 hour talk time. Now, if you use the earbuds around 3 to 4 hours per day, you would actually need to juice up the case once every 3 days. Compared with other earbuds which were released around a similar period and around a similar price point, such as the Soundcore Liberty Air, the QCY-T1C, and the Creative Outlander Air, it's definitely on the low side when we talk about the battery life. Now, let's move on to the second major thing to consider, and that is its day-to-day functionality. The initial Bluetooth pairing experience with my iPhone 12 mini was a pretty decent experience. After the initial pairing, you can actually use the earbuds together or individually. But subsequent Bluetooth reconnection is a daily chore. Once you took the earbuds out, it will automatically start to reconnect with my iPhone 12 mini. Once reconnection is successful, it will disconnect in the next moment and a female voice will say it's pairing. Whenever this happens, I will need to go into the Bluetooth manual in my iPhone and manually reconnect back with the earbuds. Other than this, these earbuds are actually pretty comfortable to wear on a daily basis. It sits very comfortably in my ears. The main body of the earbuds actually angle outwards instead of pressing against my ear. So I actually did not feel any ear fatigue even if I were to wear them for 3 to 4 hours straight. As the earbud shape is pretty common, you don't need to worry about putting them back in the case on the wrong side. You can put the left on the right and the right on the left in the case, no issues at all. When it comes to gymming, workout, jogging, cycling, etc., the IPX4 waterproof rating means that they are actually resistant to sweat and some slight water splashes. Will they drop out? Well, when I was actually jogging with them on, they didn't move a bit. But of course, still, I wouldn't really recommend these earbuds for workouts or exercises which are of far higher intensity and with wider range of sudden movements. But still, if you want to actually wear these earbuds for those type of workouts, I would strongly recommend you to get third-party ear hooks or earwings to attach to these earbuds so that they stay more snug in your ears. Still, I would like to mention a couple of slight bummers which I actually experienced during my period of testing. Now, the first bummer are actually the physical tactile buttons. The button travel isn't very snappy as there is some resistance. So, more often than not, I will need to exert a certain amount of force for each press. And this also means that I will push the earbuds deeper into my ear canal, which can get rather unpleasant. After a few uses, I actually gave up using the tactile buttons on the earbuds and chose to interact with my phone instead. The second bummer is actually the micro USB charging port. Now, whenever I want to plug out the charging cable, I will actually need to hold down the sliding lid in place. If not, I will actually pull the sliding lid along with the charging cable. The third bummer is the case. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the case is actually bigger than most conventional earbuds we see in the market. And those of you who are actually a minimalist or prefers to bring a small bag whenever you go out, the case takes up a significant amount of space in your small handbag or in your small bag. The fourth bummer is actually the reconnection issue, which I already mentioned in the beginning. Let's move on to the third and final major thing to consider, and that is music quality. The Liberty MK-II Wireless Earbud uses 6mm graphene-coated dynamic drivers. Now, please don't ask me what are those. I actually don't even know what they are. But these tiny guys are very powerful when it comes to churning out music. They actually deliver pretty good bass with punchy kicks but not overpowering the treble. When I listen to pop and R&B, this brings up the bass for a more satisfying listen. Even though the sub-bass may not satisfy audiophiles, but in my option, it would satisfy most users at this price point. Vocals are clear and doesn't sound muddy. Soundstage is good, instruments are spread out in a wide space. Volume output is not too loud at 100%, but is loud enough for those of you who love it loud. Not only that, music doesn't crack and still sound great at maximum output. Overall, bass is definitely a strong point of these earbuds, and these are good for most music. When it comes to watching videos through YouTube, Netflix, I didn't actually experience any sound delay, whether it's on my iPhone or my Android phone, my MacBook Air, or even my Windows laptop. For gaming, unfortunately, whenever I'm playing those first-person shooter, I do experience significant sound delay. So I wouldn't really recommend these earbuds for gaming, and rather recommend you to stick to wired headsets. And finally, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the following will be a series of audio clips to demonstrate the microphone quality of these earbuds. Remember to put on your headphones. This is how your voice will sound like on the iPhone 12 mini. This is how your voice will sound like on the iPhone 12 mini. Hi everyone, this is a microphone test on the X Mini Liberty MK-II. I'm currently indoors, so do let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, I'm currently doing a microphone test on the X Mini Liberty MK-II. I'm currently walking along a busy road, so do let me know what you think of the audio quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, I'm currently in a restaurant with a test on the X Mini MK-II. So do let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, I'm currently walking around the shopping mall and doing the microphone test on the X Mini Liberty MK-II. So do let me know what you think of the audio quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a mic test on the M1 MacBook Air built-in microphone. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a mic test on the M1 MacBook Air built-in microphone. Hi everyone, I'm actually doing a microphone test on the X Mini Liberty MK-II. I'm currently doing it via Zoom. So do let me know what you think of the microphone quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, I'm currently doing a microphone test on the X Mini Liberty MK-II. So I'm currently using it to record WhatsApp audio recording
do let me know what you think of the audio quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, I'm doing the dashboard and doing a marketing test on the X-Mini Liberty MK-II. I'm currently doing a WhatsApp audio recording, so let me know what you think of the audio quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, I'm currently working on a shopping mall and I'm doing a WhatsApp audio recording using the X-Mini Liberty MK-II. So do let me know what you think of the audio quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
So, at the end of the day, are they worth it? Should you actually get the X-Mini Liberty MK-II or something else? Well, let's look at the pros and cons, shall we? For pros, it has good sound, great bass, and it actually has IPX4 rating. For the cons, short battery life, large case, micro USB charging port, and no wireless Qi charging. Now, if these earbuds are actually on heavy discounts, you can actually consider getting one. Otherwise, you should look elsewhere and consider cheaper alternatives such as the Tautronic Sound Liberty 77 or the M-Power M-Dots. For the two I mentioned, I'll put the link in the description below for you to check it out if you wish to. But of course, I won't really stop you from getting this if you want. Alright, thank you so much for staying to this point. This is my personal view of the X-Pod Liberty MK-II wireless earbuds by X-Mini. I hope my sharing has helped you. If it did, it would be great by supporting on clicking the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, but most importantly, share my content with your friends who are looking at similar things. Or you may want to share your experience with me, leave a comment in the comment section below. My name is Johnny, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!